for a few moments. I want to thank you, Joe, for giving this moment because I was thinking about giving the last second. But all I got to say is this country's great, today's great, and today's a great day to be American. And let's stand together and tell this bureaucrats that you know what, we're not going to take whatever you give us. Okay? Work with
officials. Some of them have been out there every single day in the tours, talking to their business owners here in New York, and they got something to say. So Lethia, James, please come and tell us.
In the past, the mayor has circumvented the rights of voters by running for a third term. Now he seeks to circumvent the rights of the city council, which is the legislative body, which basically should decide this issue, and not some little entity that no one knows about that is controlled by this mayor. Two, these are real jobs that I support. I'm a union supporter. And these are jobs that support the middle class. Individuals at a time when the city has a 10% unemployment rate, Mr. Mayor. This is no time to lay off jobs and affect those who support this community. This is going to set up an unfair competitive advantage for those who basically provide jobs and have stores and businesses throughout this state. This is going to affect small mom and pops, and that's why it is arbitrary and capricious. Mr. Mayor, in my district, I have a significant number of small minority-owned businesses who will be impacted by this policy, and that's why I oppose it. Mr. Mayor, this policy will put these businesses in an unfair competitive advantage against Starbucks, 7-Eleven, and all these other types of franchises that I do not have a relationship with. I support small business because they're the backbone of our economy. As someone who tossed and turned over this policy, someone who is focused on getting fit and getting our children, why don't you focus on renovating our parks and our playgrounds and getting our children out there with their families? Mr. Mayor, focus on getting fit. You are focusing on something which is so small, and that is the problem of government. This is a larger issue, and this policy is arbitrary and will not work. And lastly, from a personal story. I don't know about you, Mr. Mayor, but I come from a family, a large family. And my mother and father, who worked every day, they bought these sodas, these 32-ounce sodas, sometimes. Yes, we had water. Yes, we had milk. But every now and then we craved for a soda, me and my brothers. And my mother and my father purchased these large sodas to feed the needs and the wants of 7 children. And Mr. Mayor, there are similar families like mine all throughout the city. Children who once in a while wanted some soda. And when you, Mr. Mayor, if you put this policy in place, it will cost more for these families who are struggling each and every day under the weight of poverty. Mr. Mayor, reverse this policy. Stop this policy. And Mr. Mayor, let's get fit and start moving in the city of New York.
Okay, thank you, Tish. Now, we have Don Halloran, who was one of the first to step up to the plate on this issue. So without further ado, I'd like to introduce the next congressman from New York, and my friend Don Halloran.
Thank you. It's almost impossible to follow Tish James, but I'm going to try. I'm going to try. Oliver Capel was with us a few moments ago, and I know Melissa Mark-Viverito and our colleague Robert Jackson have also joined us at several rallies. And of course, Tish and I will be there tomorrow to testify. But let me explain something to you. There are three problems we have here. The first is an economic problem. Not only will this hurt our small business owner, the pizzeria who serves a large soda with that family's pie, not only will it hurt our union members, the Teamsters out here who are delivering these products, stocking the shelves of the stores, making sure the products are available, but the economic damage it will do in the long run to job creation, whether it's in the movie industry, whether it's in the restaurant industry, will be profound. And as Tish so rightly pointed out, when this city is facing a 9.7% unemployment rate, a point and a half higher than the entire rest of the country, what are we thinking sending jobs out of New York? That's not the answer. There are dozens of hardworking Teamsters behind me who don't want to see their jobs outsourced to New Jersey anymore. Now, the second problem the mayor has is a legal problem. This is an arbitrary and capricious ban. You know, I owned a restaurant and bar, Bell Boulevard, when I was younger. But then I became a lawyer. I was a prosecutor. But after that, I went to private practice. And I learned something. You can't have store A able to sell a 32-ounce beverage and store B not, and them not walk into a courtroom and say, I'm being treated unfairly. Because that's the standard. Either it applies to everyone or it doesn't. This mayor can't control those other stores, so therefore he's only going to apply it to the ones he can control. And how does he control them? As Tish pointed out, by a city agency, not the legislature. This city council's function is to set the laws of the city of New York. The mayor wants to do this by fiat. That's not the way government works. Our founding fathers set up checks and balances to prevent one man from becoming king in this country. Well, we're not going to let one man become king in the city of New York, are we? No!